Hi everyone, it's Lynn and I'm excited to share the next catalog that we'll be going into for April, May, and June. So here's your sneak peek of what's in store for the next 3 months. As you can see on the cover, it's called Masculine. Hooray! Something a little more masculine for us, and I'm looking forward to creating something with that. Not sure what month I'm going to be doing all the kits, but it'll be fun, right? Okay, let's check it out. So you know about the beginning of the catalog. I'm just kind of going to scroll right through that, the craft with heart, because I know you always want to get right to the details. So here's Cosette. Now, Cosette is going to be something that you can use for travel, and I'm going to show you that in my next video. But Cosette is actually slated here to show you a little bit more with vintage. It's a beautiful kit, and it wasn't something I was too excited about working on in the beginning, but then I saw some really great possibilities, and I think you're going to really enjoy working with it too. Once in a while, there's a kit that comes along that sometimes you're not really sure what you're going to do with it, and then something happens, something magical. So let's check it out. But if you can see all of these colors down here that work with it, so you have desert rose, papaya, peach, mulberry, mist, seabrook, pine, honey butter, toffee, white daisy, French vanilla, black, and I'm actually bringing in shortbread. But it's really a very pretty collection that could be used for heritage, wedding, special occasions, but I'm going to be using it for travel to Ireland. So here you can see this is the sticker sheet that you have here with good times and together some florals, very few florals, but a couple of stems and things, leaves, circles, and I don't know, lots of little bits and pieces, I guess. But kind of fun too. Here are the different pattern papers. So you have this botanical look. You have this mulberry lined paper, which is really very pretty. This is mist and white daisy. Then you have, this is a very busy pattern, but it has that brown in the background, so it does lend itself to the heritage look, but you could definitely use it for travel or cut out bits and pieces if you like. Then you have this pine paper and then this really pretty honey butter pine and a little bit of mist floral in there. So here you see your cardstock, French vanilla, toffee, honey butter, pine, mist, and mulberry, and I am adding shortbread. These are die cut pieces that have this newsprint on one side, but you can see it has butterflies, there are hearts, and flowers, some stems, dovetails, arrows, brackets, and birds. The digital collection, that's up to you if you'd like to do SVGs, but you can see what comes in the digital collection. Then you have the Picture My Life cards. There's quite a bit of different versatility in the cards. You can use them for cards. You can use them on the scrapbook pages. I think you can figure out how to use them differently as I've been teaching you all along, right? So let's move on to the next page. Now this is actually a really pretty Cosette card making stamp set and thin cuts. I will actually have a card workshop for you that was developed by Close to My Heart to make some beautiful cards. So if that's something you'd like to know more about, stay tuned. And then you have the scrapbooking stamp set with thin cuts. Now, for those of you that attended the last crop, I showed you this, and I said, you know what? There's this postage stamp, butterfly, and the bird. Decide whether or not those are things that you really want thin cuts for, because you can easily fussy cut them out very quickly, and this you could just do in a little rectangle. So it's up to you. But I do like the sayings that are in here. We have remember, love, love story, tell me your story, cherished memories, the story, our love. So think about what it is. It could be our memories, cherished memories, this life. I mean, there's lots of possibilities, and titles are great to have for scrapbooking. Love this clock too. So this clock with the handles is really something that appeals to me. The workshop kit, definitely, you can scratch all of those layouts. I'm not creating any of them. They didn't do anything for me. I did not do anything with the honeycombs. That's something you can do on your own. I wanted to create artwork that I could use for photos that I had. but I do like all the tags that are in here, the journaling opportunities you have. So you have circle tags as well as these tags, dovetails, and then you have these exclusive papers, the brown and the mauve, and it comes with French vanilla and black cardstock. And now you can see those die cuts are also included. The card workshop is something that you would be interested in if you'd like making cards. And I'll point out the thin cut has this long, skinny string, as well as these two bows that you could layer together. And then it has that very vintage feel with the postage stamp look and these sayings. So that's optional for you. Now let's go to Hey Handsome. Look at these colors that you can see in this kit. I really am looking forward to creating with this one. And let's get a closer look. We have Harbor, Rosemary, Pine, Paprika, Mink, White Daisy, and Black. I do like this particular page, and I might duplicate it. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about the stamps. But here you can see the patterned papers. And this is another stamp set on the next page. So let's go right to that. Let's show you what the stickers look like. So for those of you who've been with me for a while, do you remember it's a man thing? I think that's what it was called. And so this makes me think a little bit of that with all the different sayings that you have here. Right hand man, the original, brothers, just remarkable, love you so handsome. You know, so you have lots of little like tags and swatches of paper, stickers that you can use with the pennants and things like that. Eyeglasses, the man, the myth, the legend. So I really think this is kind of fun too. I like the camera, the top hat, the arrows. I like the papers too. Look at the papers with all of these different sayings in here. Love this black weave. You have this pine. Then you have this paprika with tone on tone words, gallant, brilliant, dapper. I mean, really, these are great patterns that you can mix together. Look at that stripe. Also makes me think of baseball season. And then you have this other plaid that has the harbor and white. You have these picture my life cards, kind of fun. And I see this top hat and I think of magic, you know, with the top hat. So you might be able to use something like that, or a special affair. Maybe a husband wears a top hat going to a special occasion. You have all of the cardstock here. So it's black. It should be white, mink, paprika, pine, and harbor. The acrylic shapes that you see here. This is the SVG digital file as well. So now you can see the stamp sets. So you have this Hey Handsome card making one. So you have your dad who holds the little boy's hand or the little girl's hand and some really cute sayings. The cards are really cute up here. Then you have the Hey Handsome scrapbooking stamp set. Now, these are something I don't think I'm going to use because I don't know if I would use these sayings all the time, but maybe you would and you want to have them. I mean, there are some really great thin cuts with it, but I could probably use my alphabet stamp sets to create something like that as well. So there's some of the artwork with the paper pack and stamps. So that's an option for you to do. Now you can see this is the workshop kit, and I do really think I like the way they created the graduation, which is something I might do on the side as a side kit with a graduation stamp set that's new in this catalog. I definitely like this one, like father, like son. And you know, you always have that option to not use this sticker and save it, or use a different sticker or saying or title or a photo if you prefer. But I think that's kind of cool, this particular layout. I do like the colors in that one. This one is a little too dark for me personally. I like though that they did the photos in black and white. So you do get an idea that you could use this for vintage, but I think I'll be changing that up completely. So here you see all the pattern paper, the additional cardstock, the exclusive papers that are in here, and it does have an exclusive mini acrylic set of stars and arrows and buttons for this particular workshop kit. And the punch outs. So lots of options, right? Now, I forgot to mention this when I unveiled this at the last crop for those who attended. This is the card making workshop, and I really like this one. You know, we never see a lot from masculine, but happy birthday, dude. I just really love you. You're a pretty cool dad. Thanks for being you. But look at the thin cuts here. We have the pocket with this little pocket topping on that you can add, but it's a stitched pocket. You have glasses, a pen. I like that this could go on top of the pocket. I like the sayings, the buttons. So this really appeals to me, and I definitely want to do the cards. And I probably will use this. I might use this to add it to the scrapbooking kit. I'm not sure. We'll see. I haven't played yet, so it's hard for me to tell. Now we're going into Hello, Darlin. Okay, red, white, and blue. This is for you. You're going to love this one. This is going to be a very popular kit. Scarlet, Candy Apple, Sapphire Sage, and White Daisy. It's my friend Amy McGrew in that photo. Look at the beautiful papers that are being used here. Some are stamps, some are stickers, Picture My Life cards, pattern paper. Take a closer look at the stickers right here. Who couldn't use these stickers? But as you can see, there are plenty of flowers in the stickers, so I'm bypassing the stamp set with flowers. But I like the sayings, and I think I might like the card stamp set. We'll see. But the patterns are really adorable here. You have this celebratory one, then you have these stars, these little boom stars, then you have a floral pattern, a nice plaid, and a stripe. So once again, I see some masculine look, but I also see graduation in this kit as well. So we'll see what happens. Let me go back a minute. There we go. So now you have your coordinating cardstock. Should be white, sapphire, candy apple, and scarlet. You actually have this particular acrylics and die cut, right? Hollow Darlin embellishments, red acrylic shapes, and one sheet of coordinating navy paperboard die cuts. So I really, really like those. The SVG file is right here. And then look at all of the Picture My Life cards. I've been told that some of these cards were not in there. I think it's these three right here. I'm not sure. But you know what? There's usually some great cards in there, so I never worry about that. Now, what I like about the this particular Hello Darling card making stamp set is that you can do lots of circles and fireworks and things like that. So it's a possibility I might use that one. I'm not sure. We'll see. But it really is cute on the cards, isn't it? Look how cute they come out. Now, this is a really nice, cute layout. Looks like a lot of splattering was done with some shimmer brushes, which I love doing. You know that. It's a really cute design. Could definitely copy this one. But I will not be using this particular stamp set. Good Times, Home Sweet Home, and all the flowers. I know we usually have lots of flowers, and I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty to use inside the kit or somewhere else in this book. We'll see. Now, this is the workshop kit, which is adorable. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing. I got to work with it to find out, but I do like that they showed you the graduation, and I do want to do something with graduation with some of these kits as well, like all the stars that you see here, and embellishing with shimmer spray. So they're talking about doing something like that. So now you can see this other layout with all the stars, figuring 4th of July. So here are your punch outs, and these are exclusive pattern papers. And this is an exclusive little bit of Hello Darlin embellishments. So just these embellishments, not the same one as the page before, and the sticker sheet. The cards are super cute as well, like all the fancy little stars and the thin cut for the stars to celebrate. So these are great cards that you can use for birthday, 4th of July, Memorial Day, and invitations. Do you make your own invitations to barbecues and things like that? So think about that this season. Okay, mix-ins. Favorite mix-ins, hands down. Love, love these patterns. Well, let's look at the colors. Papaya, Seabrook, Pine, Toffee, Mink, and Charcoal. These will work so well with all of the kits. Love the handwriting and the pine. This toffee that has a burlap look. This very vintage papaya look. Then you also have this plaid, which could be like a harbor color, I think. Love this distressed pattern, papaya with stars. This Seabrook that's distressed. Then you have charcoal that has the lines, and then this is a mink linen distressed soft look. And then the opposite of the pattern is this pattern right here, and then you have a plaid, and then you have the lilies newspaper print in the mink here. Oh, I love this one. All right, we're going to go right into stamps and thin cuts. Now, this is a really cool stamp set. It's called the Best Bonus. So parenthood, so for those of you that like to do everyday life photos with family, grandparents, maybe you have blended families, adoptions, things like that, this might be a really great stamp set to have in your stash, not by blood, but by choice. So, you know, half families, step families, things like that. And that's a really cute layout to go along with that. So this might be something you want to have in your stash. So think about that. Then you have these other A-size stamp sets. Each one is different. My kids are cute. They have paws with a cute little layout here. And then you have the Nana and Grandpa, Mother and Dad. So think about all of these, and you could apply any one of these on these layouts. Remember, the layouts shown tell you the size underneath, and it also tells you the colors right here that they used. Other stamp sets with thin cuts, kind of cutesy for those who really enjoy this kind of look. You have a little bit more cutesy with the hot air balloon and then the bear. You know, my family were into craft beer, so a cold brewed for you stamp set, which could also be coffee, right? A cold one for the old one, kind of fun. We're like ice cream and root beer bedded together, so root beer floats, things like that, brewed for you. You can actually add some of these to your, if anybody's been buying any of those coffee stamp sets with thin cuts, you might really like some of the sayings with that. So that's a really cute layout. That's an 8.5 by 11, just with cardstock. Now, this is one that I really like and will be using. It's called Limited Edition. I have a feeling this one's going to sell out. This is the stamp set with thin cuts because you have that nice hat that can be used for girls, boys, adults. The guys wear hats, women wear hats, sports. Think about it. Dad, mom, limited edition, let's get lost. So hats off to you. You're the best. It could be breast cancer awareness. You can change this into whatever color you want. Bad hair day, kind of fun, all-star. So this one is definitely one for the scrapbook stash bin. You'll want that. It's $20.95 with that one thin cut. So grab it as soon as you can because I doubt it's going to be in stock. But here's a cute little idea of what you can do. And look at how it's being used for sports. And here you have it for the girls. Okay, so I'm going to be using this one with Hey Handsome. Then there are other cards and stamp sets that you can do, or you can use for scrapbooking titles, but you can check them out. This is another one that is called Sounds Like It Hurts, with the Band-Aids that are thin cuts and what you can do right here and the different sayings. Then you have some balloon numbers, and this is the graduation kit, The Future is Bright, that I like, that has the thin cut with the hat, so you can see how cute that is here and how they're using the hats here, but you can definitely have some great layouts using this stamp set. You did it, class of, hey, cool hat, congratulations to the graduate, the future is bright. So think about that with either hey, handsome, you can do it with the paper pack for the guys, or hello, darling for the girls. Just some more stamps that are floral, a saying, or this bigger one that's a border with these great words, and it's all showcased over here and the color palette down here. More stamps showing you what you can do with them. And for those of you who are doing a bride this year, this is one I would have in my stash as well. Beautiful bride stamp set. I could see it on a 5x7 card for invitations or for wedding, a wedding card, beautiful bride to be on your wedding day, Mr. and Mrs. Really very, very pretty. And this is using the Cosette paper pattern right here and cardstock. Oh, look, I appeared in the catalog. These are photos from our vacation to the Dalmatian coast. I think this was in Croatia that we took these photos. Really beautiful. But here you can see those borders, and these borders I'm going to show you over here. But you can have today or heritage, and this is the mix-in paper in the background. Some things are mix-ins here, and then you also have the Cosette look as well. So this black pattern right here is from Hey Handsome. So black and toffee work quite well together. But they're really showcasing these stamps right here, and I am using both of these stamps with Cosette. I'm happy to own them for my stash because memories made here. I love that saying. Family, I love the handwriting. The spitting image, that can also be used with Hey Handsome. Digging up our roots can also be used for gardening. So you have a frame and watch and the camera. Now this is, once again, these are the 3 thin cuts. Whether or not you want to own those thin cuts or how often are you going to stamp the frame, I can easily fussy cut these out. So it's totally up to you if you want it with thin cuts. It's about $10 more with those thin cuts. Now those borders, I love them. Love them, love this, love them all. You have to have borders sometimes in your stamps stash. You definitely need those. So you can see the borders are being used here, and I'm going to show you in the next video with what I did with Cosette and how I use the borders. You're going to be so surprised. Here will be something else that will sell out, no doubt about it. This is butterflies. That's also an embossing folder and stencil. So this is a slimline look. Something that's only $11.95, I would put this in the cart and have it, because you can always add something like this to scrapbooks as well. For those of you who are not into cards, then you have some sayings down here. And here are some ideas of what you can do and explaining to you about the stencil and the slimline look. Stamps of the month, we have April with all the little chickadees. This little stinkers is super cute for May. I love this guy. And then we have Botanical Shadows for June. Well, there you have it. There's your catalog for April, May, and June, and I hope you really enjoyed this walkthrough.